Hello everyone, welcome to another week of Adam vs. James here at TheEndStep.com. This week, James, am playing Black White Zombies. Um, this has been kind of like a fringe list. Obviously not like the top zombies list, I would say. But still feel like Black Red is pretty good. But Black White's got some like really sweet new additions, so we'll go over it. I'm playing the typical zombie package: Gravecrawler, Digraph Ghoul, and Messenger. Like, there really wasn't much to say. They are what makes zombies zombies. And then I'm playing 4 Dive Infamies in my main deck because I feel like this creature's like really strong, really aggressive. It really turns all your 1-drop 2/2s into like 1-drop 3/3s, and it pushes quite a bit of damage. And there is lots of Champion of the Parishes and stuff floating around too, so he blocks pretty well. Then I'm playing Cartel Aristocrat as my first like white card. It makes good blocks. Lets me do like crazy sacking shenanigans with like Lingering Souls to block Reckoners profitably. Or I'm also able to sack my Droth Messengers to get you for some extra damage, and weird stuff like that. And I can also like push a lot of damage with the card itself, especially with Exalted, because I can give a protection from a color and push like 3 or 4 damage. Then one of the more higher reasons to play white is Restoration Angel. I got to blink all my dudes, got to keep everything alive, especially blinking Dross Messenger. Resets them. It's really pretty sweet. Then I'm playing Obsidet, which is like the biggest guy for the mana cost in Orzhov colors. He puts on a big beating, and as long as you can play him and keep him alive and the shenanigans, he'll help you win a race with the life drain ability, and he's a pretty strong beater, plain and simple. Then I'm playing Lingering Souls. It could potentially be a lot of like aristocrat fodder, but it's also just really good against a lot of creatures right now. And it's like an awesome white card, and it happens to be white-black, which is what the deck is. So it fits in pretty nicely. And then Orzhov Charm both is my main removal, and I can also like save my own creatures too with it. And then Sorin, Lord of Innistrad to round out the main deck. He's just a very solid Planeswalker. I can turn off, I can make an emblem and attack with all my dudes. Especially it's really good with Lingering Souls in the making the emblem department. And otherwise he stalls the game out, makes dudes, attack with dudes. Like, he's just very solid Planeswalker, good in a lot of matchups. And then the mana base, I'm just playing all the black-white lands that I can. And we have some Cavern of Souls today that are proxied because we don't have 7 of them. And then some swamps. So it's pretty basic mana base. Pretty necessary mana base. Like, I debated getting a Vault of the Archangel in there, but like it's just impossible to cast all your cards with a Vault. Namely Obsidat, Orzhov Charm, and Dross Messenger. They're pretty impossible to cast. So, yep. That's the main deck, and we'll take a look at the sideboard. So here's the sideboard for the Black-White Zombies deck. I'm playing 2 Thalias. I arguably play more if you have the option to. But I'm playing 2 Thalias, both as a control hoser, and they're pretty good in like creature matchups, or even like a zombie mirror match, because they have first strike. That's very, very relevant on a 2-power guy. Also playing Vampire Nighthawks, and 1 Nearheath Pilgrim is like my 5th Nighthawk. This is kind of like all these 7 cards are my anti-creature package. Like, I board them in against like any sort of like aggressive mirror match, or even like the zombies mirror match. Being able to gain tons of life and block really, really, really well is like really, really big and really good. I also have Tragic Slips to bring in for any kind of super fast deck or any Falcon Wrath Aristocrat deck. They kill a lot of things. They pull a lot of weight. They're more Orzhov Charms per se. And then I have my Underworld Connections for control matchups to draw lots of cards, stay in the game, and Appetite for Brain. That's also like sort of okay in mid-range matchups. And then I have Appetite for Brains mostly for the mid-range control matchups. They hit like Supreme Verdicts, Terminuses, Restoration Angels, Hot of the Fells, Thragtusks, anything. Like lots of cards that you don't want to play against. And I have my obligatory Rest in Peace for Reanimator decks if they ever show themselves, which they are again currently. And like I've said this before, never leave without some kind of graveyard interaction. You have access to multiple answers in current standard and in Magic in general. Graveyard decks are typically very unfair, and they'll always crush you if you don't have some kind of way to interact with them. And Graveyard Hate is the best way to interact with them, so I never leave home without them. So that's the Cyber for the Black-White Zombies deck, and we'll see how it does. Thanks.